Okay, I'm going to say hi, I'm Diggin. This is The Vibe, and thanks for joining me. Now, this is a little odd because what I'm going to do is I'm going to record a reading. I know it sounds crazy, but I am. Excuse me. I have had so many hiccups that I literally feel like I am in a marathon of hurdles, just to see how fast I can run and how high I can jump over these obstacles. And in the midst of trying to figure things out, getting frustrated, getting irritated, and extremely angry, let down, I thought, you know what? Okay, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to, because I think it'll be interesting as well, recording a reading. And this way people will get the gist of how I do read. This reading is really important. It's important to me. It's personal. It is for somebody that I really love and care about. And so I am making sure that at all costs they're going to receive this. And I also thought, it really wouldn't hurt the people that do know me or come across my channel, that they do know that I do this and how do I do this. Okay, so I would love to pull up all the cards that I did the other night, but having gone through them, I still don't have my glasses repaired, and so it is excruciating on my eyes. And rather than putting myself through that by pulling up each of the cards, I thought, I remember the cards. I was so happy when I pulled them up. And I thought, no, you know what? Rest assured, I do know which ones they are. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to do it this way. Now, without there being any questions asked, I had asked for guidance. I had asked God, the universe, the source, the soul, love, many different names. The interpretation is individual. The first card, and this is what the basis is of, okay? It showed that the basis really had to do with the feeling of despair. And I'm talking a despair that is a very lonely despair. Because when it gets right down to the brass tacks, you get up in the morning, you do what you have to do, the day goes on, you put your best foot forward or best feet forward, and rather than letting it just handle itself, we know that you have to apply yourself. But when nightfalls comes, and this could even happen during the day because of such the raw feeling. The Nine of Swords is a deep depression, a feeling of despair. And because of the intensity of this despair, I'm going to say that there's a loved one, and you know that, and I know that it is. I know it's your dad, plain and simple. There's no way around this. And what it literally talks about is calling the Calvary. So everybody and anybody that is on the other side that loves you and wants this for you are all corralling, carrying you, and others wanting still carry you from point A to point B. Now, people on earth always give me a sign. I want a sign. I want a sign, and we're notorious for it. We want a little bit of proof in that pudding. So, to sustain us, so we do know moving forward what expectation there is. And so this is where I did want to start on the Nine of Swords, because it's a brutal card as far as the mental anguish and the spiritual anguish, the psychological anguish that comes with this vehicle. It's like being trapped by a dragon and there being no way out. But like I said, love conquers all. And I know that, and when I said dad, I know that this also involves grandma and sister. Now, I don't know how your sister comes into this. I really don't know. But I'm going to say that it might be dad's sister. But I do know that there's a sister, even grandma's sister. I do know that there is a sister that is a part of having been called upon, because she does love you, and they are worried about your psychological, emotional, and spiritual state. And so for this reason, they have now corralled around you. So I want for you to expect little creaks, doors opening and closing slightly, or all of a sudden there's a drop in temperature in the room, you feel a breeze, and you're like, okay, wait a second, all the windows are closed, the doors are closed, where is this coming from? Well, it's coming from the heavens. It's their way of giving you that spoonful of sugar that will give you confirmation to carry you from point A to point B. This also has to do with passing tests. And it shows what you've endured and why the manifestation of what is in the present of manifesting. Now, when I cut the initial card, I had no other choice but to smile. Truly, it was the Ten of Cups, which is the achievement of love in the purest form, emotional happiness, spiritual happiness, awareness, support, the purity of love being supportive. It is extremely beautiful. Okay, like we're talking like. Now I say that because the card right after that was the Nine of Cups. Now this combination is very rare. It doesn't often come up, in using the tarot. Now, I don't use the tarot in specific because of my eyesight, and I trust my eyesight. But what I found in doing this, it confirmed absolutely everything that I had said to you prior on the phone. So the Nine of Cups, other readers will read this as the genie card, rubbing the lantern. I don't look at it that way. I look at it as the wish card. And because it is such a high card of love, I call it myself the Jesus card. Then don't put the name Jesus down, anybody that's listening to this reading. I'll get to that on another video that I'll make, because sometimes people hear the name Jesus and they shudder as if he were a leopard, which isn't. So I am going to say to you, honey, listen, the Ten of Cups and the Nine of Cups combined is, you can pick a luckier time in your life, because it is health, wealth, and happiness. Now, if I was a new reader, I couldn't get it wrong. I could not get that combination wrong. But because I am an old reader, it just confirmed what they had given to me in a dream. So I wanted to share this with you. And I thought, wow, okay, you know what? This is really super cool. It does tell me that this is definitely cemented. It's cemented in the hearts, it's cemented on this earth, and it's cemented up in the skies. So there's no way around this. You can walk for miles and you stop and you look around, you're going to find yourself. And so wherever you are at that time, the manifestation physically comes together and presents itself for you. Here, it was also given a time frame, which I was impressed, because time frames are really tricky. Now, what has come up is the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is indication that you are in a position where enemies cannot not only reach you, but they cannot bring you down. So enemies are people with bad intentions, as we all know. But it also is about our own negative thoughts, or if there are people that are scheming behind your back. But primarily negative thoughts, even if they're referring to money. Okay, because whenever we're in a crunch, we think, oh, this is just so bad. This is bad, bad, bad. Like, what am I going to do moving forward? So I have to say that the struggle that you feel or are feeling, or tomorrow moving forward, Okay, you're still in that position where you've got the upper hand. They can't get at you to bring you down. Now, and there are some concerns, but the concerns are literally worries than actual concerns. And like the Eight of Wands, this has to do with ideas, news that pops up out of nowhere, and time frames. So the time frames that we look at is in a 7 period. So the 7 period, I do have to max it out. The 7 period would be 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 months. But I'm not going to go as far as months. That's not what I get. That's not what I picked up. And I'm going to stand firm on what I have received in a dream prior, because I do know the energy of this. Now, the 7 of Wands, like I said, it has to do with ideas. It also has to do with business. It has to do with new beginnings. It all comes in periods of 7s. In fact, the number 7 is going to be extremely influential concerning and regarding this particular reading. I really want you to think about that. Start paying attention to 7s. 7s, 7s, 7s. And when you do see 7s, 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 however, 1 7, 2 7, 3 7, don't matter. When you see the 7s, to the extent where it jumps out at you, you need to move forward and jump on it. Okay? Because nothing happens on its own. There is some effort. Now, effort, I'm going to say prayers are effort, good thoughts are effort, love and intentions that people send you are efforts, and you in return. What I have asked is, after this particular reading, if you stop for a moment and just give thanks. Just give thanks. Confirm it, because it is yours. Now, what it showed also is that, and you've always been a studious individual, always. It does talk about, I don't see you going to any type of school for a long period of time. I see it more being brushed up on, or learning something that you aren't confident in when it comes to management. Now, I say this is because it's the Page of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles speaks about a business. Now, this business that you are going to launch is going to be extremely successful. So the abundance that you seek and have asked for, it goes beyond these days. Literally. And as it presents itself to you, you are going to understand that even though you have the know-how, you just want to make sure that all your ends are tied up nice and neat so nothing is going to slide through. And I highly recommend it. I recommend it to anybody that is really seriously looking into launching a business. Now you might say, what business? I'm going to say, hey, look, before they give me that answer, put that question out there, because normally that's how it happens. The question goes out there, I somehow pick it up, and then I'm given the answer. Then I reach out, I look for the individual, find them, and say, hey, look it, this has come to me. Yada, 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 yada. Yay or nay? 9 out of 10 times they go, okay, how the hell did you know that? Well, let's guess how we know this. Okay, so I do have to say that I don't see it long term. It's more like a prerequisite. How about that? And this prerequisite gives you even more confidence to launch that particular business. It'll come to you. We'll talk. It'll come to you. Okay. What came after that? I was really impressed because it was the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight in this particular situation comes offering. Okay, so he is bringing this pentacle to you, very close to the King of Pentacles. It does have to do with money in the form of gambling, in the form of finances, loans, inheritances, any which way that is real estate, that is related to money. It presents itself by, hey, look, I'm arriving with this. This is yours. You've attained this. You've passed these tests. You could have been this type of person. You could have been selfish. You could have been this. You could have been that. But you weren't. And this is why when I dreamt this, I said, hey, look it. I'm not slighting anybody's partner, but this is for you because of the sacrifices you've made. The investments you've made by making the right choice in choosing love and balance what is really the right course of action relating to problems, obstacles, and issues. And the way that you've handled it is accordingly. You've made the choice of being a truthful humanitarian, most of all, truthful to yourself. So therefore you are truthful with others. And that's where I really found beautiful. The last card, which I wanted to scream and jump out of my skin, I was so happy, but it was the obvious that it was going to be that card. And that is the card that whenever a tarot reader, comes across this card, they're giving themselves a personal reading, they jump up and down for joy, because they mean, and what this means to them is, a reprieve from financial worry. It is the windfall card. And the windfall card, outside of it being finances and abundance that's coming to you, it's also the abundance of love, the abundance of friendship, the abundance of security. It is support from the people that love you. They're supporting this dream. They're supporting these facts because they know that this is real. And it's all about the timing. When I look at this and I look at the timing is now. You're in that time frame. And this is where I said over the phone, hey, look it gave me the sensation that I was looking at an 8-week period. And it was out of the blue. But this was something that you had built up. In English, good karma. So what you've got to look forward to is keeping it real, keeping yourself straight. Don't get angry, because timing is everything. And you cannot screw up that timing by allowing yourself to feel that somebody is cutting you off or cutting you short of. That's not what it is. Not by any means. So I do want for you to focus on the arrival of that 10 of Pentacles. It is capital gain in English. Capital gain. But this capital gain, like I said, it is bigger and more than just money. It has to do with love as well, and support as well. This is yours, but you have to be patient and not think negative. Don't think negative. It's not like this abundance is just going to be hanging there and this is something that you have to do. What you have to do is have faith. Have faith. Now, like I said, I'm really happy that this correlated with what was given to me in a dream, because I called you and went, hey, look it. I waited for timing. Like any other human being on earth. I waited for that time. And when that time came, I picked up that phone and went ding, 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 ding. Hey, look it, had this dream. This is what it means. I wanted to take a look at these cards because I wanted to see if in fact, was I off a little bit? Did I derail a little bit? Or was it, steam ahead, straight ahead, just keep going straight ahead. And this capital gain that you seek comes from everybody that loves you and all their goodwill that they send to you. This goodwill comes via prayers, via signs, dreams, in multiple different ways. It's beautiful how this gain also has to do with achieving the purest form of love. As far as I'm concerned, that sandwich is pretty awesome. It's awesome in the beginning, and it's awesome because what we might consider the end of a reading, this continues for you. This abundance and support and love continues for you. So on this particular note, please remember these cards and focus on them. just by giving thanks daily, giving thanks for your manifestation of these beautiful things. And like I said, the best part is that it includes love. So I do love you. I will talk at you soon. And I hope that this makes any sense. If there's something that doesn't make any sense, you know how to get a hold of me and do so. But be kind. Don't be mean. You know, I tell everybody I give a reading to. If you don't understand it, don't phone me all irritated, because I'm only here to help. Okay. Till next time, I'll talk at you later. I'm Diggin', and this has been The Vibe. Thanks for watching.